What's going on? How y'all doing tonight? This is really going to be about week 9 of the NFL. And first of all, I'm going to start to the fact that my Buffalo Bills broke the doorknobs off the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, who's been looking like an MVP candidate for the whole season, and our defense came up big. Josh Allen balled out. He looked like the second coming of Jim Kelly. That running gun, they were running the shit they was doing. They really, 44-34. Hey, if the Buffalo Bills can play like that, and Josh Allen can play like that defense, if they can play halfway like that, they got a chance to shock the world. Could bring the 90s back. Russell Wilson, they have no running game and they have no defense. He's a miracle worker. And he is in the top 2 or 3 discussions for MVP this year. But they got the doorknobs beat. They got broke off. Other teams that got broke off, Tampa Bay got broke way off. New Orleans, stomped a mud hole in them in Tampa. Tom Brady looked dusty. They got 38-3. Breezy and them came in, beat them up, beat the brakes off of them. It's a couple blowouts. Trying to think because I got to recollect. Green Bay beat the brakes off of San Francisco and Frisco, but the 49ers were playing with the Fisherman's Wharf graveyard crew. That almost doesn't even count. The way Aaron Rodgers was touring with that. That was not really the same as those other 2 games yesterday. Pittsburgh hang on against Dallas. Dallas up there now. They got Beer Man playing quarterback. And Ezekiel Elliott. And what happened? 4 years ago, he looked like he was going to be one of the best ever. And now he just looks so mediocre. Man, Dallas looks pathetic. And they up there now. When I see Skip Bayless talking about moral victories, is that what it's come to? Patriots beat the Jets tonight, and that was pitiful. They scored 13 points in the fourth quarter to win. That's embarrassing. They struggling with the Jets. That should tell you where they are. They're 3-5. The Jets are 0-9. But really, that's nothing to get excited about. The mighty of the mighty have fallen, and I'm just waiting for the Patriots to lose 2 or 3 more games when it's official that they're eliminated, because they don't deserve to see any kind of postseason, and more likely they won't this year. Baltimore beat the Colts. Phillip Rivers did his usual turn them over machine. Teams are figuring out Lamar Jackson, but the Ravens had enough to beat the Colts, and they're just a bit better team than them. That's really what it comes down to. Sometimes the team's just a bit better. Minnesota beat Detroit. What I'm noticing in Minnesota is resurgence. More Devin Cook, less Kirk Cousins. Give Devin Cook the rock 25 to 30 times. Kirk Cousins don't throw the ball more than 20 times. That's the recipe for success for Minnesota. Washington beat the Giants. That helpless NFC East. No, the Giants beat Washington. Daniel Jones, I stand corrected. His 2 come from behind 2 wins against Washington. Too bad he can't play the Washington football team more. That's a sorry division over there. Miami beat Arizona amongst the youngsters with Tua against Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's still learning some off the ropes. So impressive win. Miami's looking pretty good. They looking like they got a chance to be 8-8. They got some work to do, but they're definitely heading in the right direction. And the Hardy's there. The Raiders beat the Chargers. That was an interesting game. Chargers are one of the most heartbreaking teams, though. Can't seem to seal the deal. Been in a lot of games. Raiders are winning some games on the low. One of those sneaky, quiet, wild card type teams. Keep your eyes on them. Keep your eyes, because they definitely trying to sneak up on somebody. Elsewhere, Tennessee won their game against Chicago. The Bears, even though with Nick Foles was a better fit, the Bears just don't have the right answer at the QB. And Tennessee won a dog of a game, but they won. Kansas City had a battle with Carolina, but you see Patrick Mahomes threw another 4 touchdowns. He is the quietest assassin. He is like Steph Curry. He's even quiet. He is an assassin. He's low key with it. Gets the job done. Yeah, man is balling. He could win an MVP. They're 8-1. They are quiet. One of the quietest, dominant teams that you'll ever see. And it's not that Mahomes, he's more Steph Curry in his movements than he is Tim Duncan, but yet he's fundamental too. He's like a cross between both of them. And think about it, because that's how they win. It ain't always pretty, but that's how they win. And I'm trying to think that I catch every team that I caught up. There was some games this week that were interesting, some that weren't. And NFL Week 9, that's in the books. But you pretty much know who the contenders from the pretenders are. And a lot of teams are already dead in the water. Unless you're in the NFC East, chances are if you got 5 or 6 losses already, aside from the NFC East, you can pretty much start packing for vacation. But anyway, that's my thoughts and takes about NFL Week 9. Give me your thoughts and takes. How did your team do? Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell rings. New video. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And this season has really revealed a lot. It really has.